And our vision for both of those tools is to take them from being really valuable internal drivers of value for us as a business, but getting them to production grade and taking Pathos Mind, putting it in the hands of the 145,000 PR agencies in the world to help them do a better job for their clients and allowing us to benefit from those leads and to support them in doing that work.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Pathos Communications CEO Omar Hamdi. Omar, very good to meet you. For investors new to this story, what does Pathos Communications do and what problems are you solving in the PR and communications market?
It solves a problem, and good to meet you, by the way, Stephen. It solves a problem that has never been solved before. Getting small and medium-sized businesses in the news. And the best sign of this problem is if you choose your favorite newspaper or news website, and I do this with our team as a sort of first day bit of training. Choose your favorite news website, favorite newspaper, go to the business section and look at how big those companies are that are being written about. It's usually £1 billion plus revenue businesses. So what we've realized over the years is there are 400 million small and medium-sized businesses in the world. They're interesting, they're newsworthy, they matter, and if they get media coverage, they can be very entrepreneurial about how they use that media coverage to create value for their businesses. And because of the technology that we've developed, we can do that at scale for those 400 million small businesses. It's not what a PR agency would do, which has the limitations of the human factor. So that's our mission. And hopefully, as you can see, it's something we're very passionate about.
In fact, you're the fastest growing communications firm in the UK, according to the Financial Times. Also one of the fastest growing tech businesses in the UK, according to Deloitte. What's driving that growth and how sustainable is the model as you scale?
Of course, we've got a great team, great culture, very proud of our entrepreneurial culture. And it's not just me, and we've got an amazing entrepreneurial team. A lot of them are former business owners who've had successful exits in the past and have now joined Pathos and really driving the business forward together. But the big difference is a massive, massive market, 400 million small and medium-sized businesses, and we've got the proprietary AI. It's not just some guy in the corner with a GPT Pro account. This is proprietary AI that we've built up over the years that allows us to really reach that audience en masse. And when you've got 400 million people to sell to, it's a lot easier to keep growing and to grow at pace like we have been than when you've got a few thousand people to sell to. So we feel that it's very, very sustainable. When I look back at the last several years of the business, I really just see it as almost a proof of concept. Like we've really just proven that the model works and that the model can achieve some scale. The real growth is ahead of us as far as I'm concerned. I mean, we've got 6,000 clients and there are 400 million SMEs in the world. So do the maths.
Omar, why list in London now? And what does joining the London Stock Exchange enable for the business and your clients?
Well, I think being public as early as viable has its advantages. It means that our clients, our employees, and our partners in the media, the news publishers that we work with, just met one of them now, just outside our offices. It means that they know that they're dealing with the best. And a London-listed business, in terms of governance, in terms of how well the business is run, in terms of how professional that business is, a London-listed business is the best, and we always want to be the best. I think in our IPO, I think the maybe more unique thing is that we had support from some big institutional, or not unique, but the more sort of noteworthy thing, we had support and investment from some big institutional investors, including VCTs. And I think that's something very, very special on the London Stock Exchange, that you can have venture capital trust investors and bridging those two universes of venture capital and being publicly listed and getting the best of both worlds. That's something that works in London and doesn't really work anywhere else. So it's we're not there just out of blind patriotism. We looked at all of the markets in the world, and we think London's the right place for us to be.
How will the funds raised accelerate your strategy? Where will investors see the most immediate impact?
So counterintuitively, I'd like to begin with the boring stuff. The boring stuff is more of the same. we've built a machine. It's a relatively well-oiled machine. Let's pour some money into that machine and let it grow. And that's probably the most immediate and predictable form of growth. Like I said, 6,000 customers, and majority of them are in North America, and there are 33 million small and medium-sized businesses just in the United States. So more of the same, pouring fuel on the fire and letting that machine scale more than it already has. That's number one. Number two is going more global. So we already have customers in more than 80 countries, but as a business, as of today, the business only speaks English. We are pretty confident that with a couple of Chinese speakers and a couple of Spanish speakers, we can really start to go into those very, very entrepreneurial parts of the world that a lot of businesses don't go into, mainland China and Latin America. Now, the big one is the technology. So we have two proprietary AI tools, Pathos Mind, which is our AI agent stack, which is almost like a PR brain for our team to use. And we have Priscilla, the virtual publicist. Think of her as a virtual employee. She does everything a virtual employee would do. And our vision for both of those tools is to take them from being really valuable internal drivers of value for us as a business, but getting them to production grade and taking Pathos Mind, putting it in the hands of the 145,000 PR agencies in the world to help them do a better job for their clients, and allowing us to benefit from those leads and to support them in doing that work. And then to take Priscilla, the virtual publicist, who does things like join Zoom meetings, she can reply to emails, she can chat with you over WhatsApp. She really is a virtual employee. Taking Priscilla, getting her to production grade, and putting Priscilla in the hands of those 400 million small and medium-sized businesses around the world, because we believe that every business should have a full-time publicist. The good news is you don't have to pay $150,000 for one, because we're building a virtual one and we want to share her with the world. So all of those three things, I think the immediate win is just scaling the machine, then going a little bit more global and multilingual. But the big one is getting that technology to production grade, putting it in the hands of as many people as possible. And we're very confident that all three of those things are predictable ways for us to continue our growth journey.
So what should new shareholders look out for over the next 12 to 18 months as key milestones or indicators of success, Omar?
Full sales, maybe some announcements around the technology being released to the market en masse. And I think the day when we say to the 324,000 businesses that we've already had conversations with about bringing them on as clients, when we say to those 324,000 businesses, we've got a gift for you, Merry Christmas, we've got Priscilla for you, you now have a full-time publicist, that's going to be really, really transformational. And we plan to release that to market certainly over the next 12 months.
Omar, congratulations on your IPO. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Stephen.
Omar Hamdi, CEO of Pathos Communications.